Greg Anthony, David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
The Bucks took a massive lead in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, DA. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Holiday. And it's DiVincenzo in at the guard position. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. Randall passes to Rose. Second chance effort, and it's laid in by Barrett.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
Giannis outside. Lopez outside. And a miss there on the triple. Now, here's Barrett. Defense right on him. Rose looking around. Pass to Barrett. 5 to shoot. Now Harkless. Trying to get open is Robinson. Offensive rebound. Good D by Lopez.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Giannis outside. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Holiday. Robinson pulls it in. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And Barrett slams it in.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
Outside, out of the Kumbo. Passes to Holiday. For Barrett. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside Rose. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's just strong, tough action from Rose there. Staying in control and getting the job done with authority.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops for Rose.
You know what? We've recently been able to watch a different Rose here. I mean, a better, more efficient, more confident player. Man, I love seeing that.
Here's DiVincenzo. To the inside. Middleton. Here's Giannis. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here's Rose. Kicks it to Barrett. Pass to DiVincenzo. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Rose. Back to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he moves on that.
And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
And the Knicks miss again. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 5. Middleton can't get it to go. For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. He goes up again, and he lays it up and in.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the boards.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Rose passes to Barrett. Over Holiday. Robinson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Lopez kicks to Giannis. Feet out and he hits it. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Rose passes to Barrett. Wants to get it to Robinson and does.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
But, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
efficiency of Giannis, Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
Now here's Rose. Over Holiday. Bank shot. No good. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Now here's Harkless. Defended by Middleton. Robinson dishes to Barrett. He kicks it to Harkless. Passes it to Barrett. A 3-ball. Kept alive. Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Lopez. Randall grabs the board. Rose with the ball. "13 feet away. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
And the jump by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
The 10-footer. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Harkless. But they'll get another chance. Taken away by Holiday. To the paint. Here's DiVincenzo.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Rose. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
There's no defense for that, guys. I mean, whenever Rose hits this shot, you just got to tip your hat to him and shake his hand.
Here's DiVincenzo. Lopez outside. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Count that one. Giannis has got 12.
Well, I like how Antetokounmpo takes his time on these shots. No rush. Measures what he wants. That mid-range game, Jay, of his, really starting to get better.
Rose, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now, here's Barrett. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Unloads from 13. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. And that's 10 points for Robinson.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And a fast break now for New York. Barrett wide open. He fires. Wide open shot is on the money.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Here's Lopez. Off target with his 3. And it's Rose with the ball for the New York Knicks. 7-point differential. Swiped it away. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Back to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around. Really doesn't faze him. Doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done. And he does.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
Bobby Portis has checked in for Julius Randle. back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
And any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor, and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics in the 60s, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell, Kevin McHale, and the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Here's DiVincenzo following the score by Derrick Rose. Down low. Shot's good by Middleton.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
The 11-footer misses off the left iron.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
The offensive rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here is Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Rose for 2, and the rebound goes to Lopez. From deep three-point range, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right, Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Follow us. And, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Antetokounmpo is out there with Ilyasova, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. DiVincenzo passes to Ilyasova. Now Middleton from outside the arc buries it from three-point range. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Payton drives in. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Now the pass to Noel. Takes the 13-footer, and he drops that one in. Noel's got his first 2 points.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And Ilyasova kicks to Giannis. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Here's Payton. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
New York leading by 4. Here's Trier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harkless the pass to Payton. Inside. Nice shot by Portis.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
Bucks trail by 6. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Bucks, trailing by 4.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Harkless. Here's Payton. New York needs to get off a shot. Trier. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Middleton, the bucket on the assist by Giannis. Middleton's got it all tied up now for the Bucks. Now Payton. Loose. Now here's Harkless. Tight defense on him. That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. KNICKS have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Portis. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Portis has got 7 now in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Antetokounmpo. And he makes that one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Trier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Harkless finds Noel. And here is Portis. This is it to Trier. No good on the triple. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Matthews. A miss that time. Would have put him up. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harkless the bounce pass. And there's the pass to Payton. Now here's Harkless. Back to Payton. Banked in off the glass. Payton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really enjoy seeing Payton concentrate at the level he does. I mean, he's used to getting bodied on some of his shots.
Left side, Antetokounmpo, and they pick up 2.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
New York calls timeout. Mark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down.
making a change here. Williams has checked in.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
That's good from Payton.
Elfrid Payton is known primarily for his playmaking ability. The way he moves the ball is exactly what you want from your point guard.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And like many big men in the league, Clark, as he's aged, Marvin Williams has relied more on his outside shooting.
You know, he's been in the league a long time, guys, but when he first came in back in the mid-2000s, there was less emphasis on forwards being able to shoot the ball from outside. Give him a lot of credit for adjusting to the league and honing a shot that has always been a skill that's been part of his package. He can knock down the deep shot now.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Trier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's Portis atop the key. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Now here's Middleton, defended by Harkless, and it's blocked. To the left wing. And here is Noel. Portis in the post. He's against Williams. Portis can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Portis. He's got 7. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And so here is New York after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Payton with the ball. He has 5. With the floater, and he sinks the layup. Payton's got 7 points in the game. Milwaukee in the lead. DiVincenzo passes to Ilyasova. Kicks it to Middleton. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Payton, and Payton throws it down.
Good presence of mind there by Payton. And every season opening to the basket, he doesn't hesitate at all.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's Noel missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Ilyasova. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Noel down low. Defended by Ilyasova. And it's Noel missing. Outside Matthews. A 3-pointer, no good. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Payton. He's got 9. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. 1:52 left in the first half. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against New York.
Boy, I like seeing Matthews go strong to the rack. I mean, using his speed and strength to put the defense in a pickle.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
That one is off. Who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And Matthews streaks down the floor. Fantastic score in the open court. He can get to the rim or hurt you with the 3.
Rose goes in, and Middleton with the block. Here's Holiday. Randall grabs the board. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Barrett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Holiday. The teardrop falls in. Holiday's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Barrett dishes to Rose. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Rose has got 9 points.
Hard to D Rose up any better. I mean, sometimes this guy is just impossible to stop.
Payton against Howard. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Good defensive footwork there. Randall affecting that shot.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, you know, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what keeps them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bucks leading by 6. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Shots good by Middleton.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Now here's Rose. Takes a shot at the elbow, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Rose. Pass to Harkless. The kick out to Rose from past the arc. They get it back. Robinson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Robinson's got 12 points in the game. Milwaukee leading by 6. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. No good with the triple. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Barrett. The pass to Rose. He kicks to Harkless. Knocks it loose. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Middleton. Not going to go that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Over in the corner, Rose. There's the dish to Robinson. Pass to Randall. Over Giannis. Over onto the Kumbo. Here's Robinson. Pass break, Milwaukee. Holiday inside the line. Second chance shot. And Giannis with the layup. Giannis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate. Clearly, the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Knicks shooting a meager 37% for the game. Pass to Robinson. Passes it to Barrett. Over Holiday. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Giannis throws it down.
I'll tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Here's Rose after the basket by Milwaukee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
And Rose drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
There's the pass to Holiday. Giannis outside. Middleton outside. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Rose against Holiday. Now here's Rose. He's covered closely. Harkless on the wing. Lopez covering. They get it again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Holiday finds Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
Pass to Barrett. He can't hit that time. Holiday with the defensive effort. Giannis passes to Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 12.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Here's Giannis. Knicks with the rebound. Barrett the pass to Harkless. Kicks to Barrett. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Holiday. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game last year. 7 assists and 5 rebounds. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumper, will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Rose with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
Now here is Holiday. To the paint. Here's Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Portis, he's checked in for New York.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coming off a terrific season. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Baseline jumper. No good there. Excellent D there from Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Rose. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Lopez kicks to Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's sent back by Lopez. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Elfrid Payton comes in for Maurice Harkless. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Middleton against Rose. Payton outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Holiday. And the Knicks miss again. Bucks leading by 19 points. On the wing, Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the 3 and also be a rim protector inside.
Now here's Payton. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo, Payton finds Gibson. The kick out to Rose. They could use a bucket. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Got that bucket in no time at all. Holiday's got 7 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 5th is Drew Holiday.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And the Knicks with possession here. Now Payton. He's got 9. Here's Barrett. New York, no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, They just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now Payton defending. Keeps it alive.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gibson passes to Rose. They need this. He takes it up and lays it in. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter.
You didn't think Rose would back down from some contact now, did you guys? Playing with a high level of intensity.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, the rebound. Bucket is good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Payton. The shot from the low post is good. Payton's got 11.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Payton looking it over. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Knicks have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Wesley Matthews checked in for Chris Middleton. He doesn't get the second one. Milwaukee's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Holiday. Here's Giannis. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
The Bucks shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
One shot.
Free throw good. Giannis. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Barrett gets it to go.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
And Ilyasova throws it down.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Now, here's Rose. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Robin Lopez. Jackson is out there with Matthews. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. 4 on the clock. Here's Trier. That one's not going to go. The Bucks go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Payton outside to the wing right side. Right side Gibson. Back to Payton. From deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Jackson dishes to Antetokounmpo. And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's Dotson. He's covered by Matthews. Trying to get open is Gibson. Dotson can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. 2 points. That one goes.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside Portis. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. So for the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Portis, and Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Bucks. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lopez outside. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Monday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is the chance to create some separation.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's Randle. That shot missing. Nice D from Williams. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Randle with the bucket.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randle, so good at finishing inside.
Outside Jackson. Bounce pass from Williams. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Boy, nice control of the floater there by Ntilikina. When the D gives him space to shoot it, he makes him pay.
Here's Lopez. Great D that time from Gibson.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Williams against Randall. Williams passes to Jackson. Outside Matthews. And here's Jackson. Clock at 6. And again, the Bucks miss. Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Brown's checked in. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Jackson kicks to Lopez. Lays it up off the glass. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Here's Ntilikina. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Connaughton. Mark, for a couple of years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
He's off on the first. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Count that one.
And you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
Jackson finds Lopez. Williams looking over the floor. There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Gibson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Dotson. Rebounded by Jackson. It's stolen by Randall.
Just an attacker is Randall. Always seems like he's being sent to the line.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
free throw, good from Randall.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Both free throws good from Randall. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
So it's the Knicks now, following the three by Milwaukee. Shots good by Gibson.
A confident score from the mid-range. Actually, maybe his best part of his game. Gibson solid at recognizing when that shot's available.
Passes it to Lopez. Jackson looking around. It's stolen by Randall. And here they come. And here we go. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside Jackson. Outside Williams. Beyond the arc. Jackson misses. Knicks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. They get it back, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
You got to get a body on Gibson, because if you don't, he's relentless in attacking the offensive glass.
It's stolen, and now the Knicks on the break. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here is Korver following the score by New York. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Lopez with the bucket.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Rose with the ball. Robinson down low. Lopez covering. Now Giannis. Middleton outside. Now here is Holiday. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Just 5 to shoot. Over Robinson. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And, you know, Lopez is very much a real threat to drop one in from that range. I mean, he's an excellent shooter for his size.
Here's Rose. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bucks leading by 23. Here's Holiday, and the layup's good off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Rose, that's good.
Boy, you look at Rose, and you just love the imagination he brings to his offensive game. You know, this guy is constantly pushing the boundaries of his basketball ability.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total smash and a true show of strength for the Bucks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
Greg, we don't see conference opponents get swept very often, but this has been total domination.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Barrett following the basket by Chris Middleton.
This is what you like seeing from Barrett. Active, engaged, looking to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Here's DiVincenzo. There's the feed to Lopez. Out to the right wing. The pass to Giannis. 5 on the clock. Middleton outside. Offline with his 3. And here's Rose. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.